Tutorial number 2, we are going to draw a house which is 9 by 9 meters and it's L-shaped. So first of all, let's define our parameters. I'm going to go to a line command and select a straightforward line. Working down here close to UCS, I'm moving the line upwards. I will type 9,000, which is 9 meters in millimeters, and hit enter and enter again, or right click and then enter. Now you can't see the whole of the line, so first of all let's zoom all. Quite straightforward command: Z enter, A enter, and now you can see the whole of the line. Now if you use the scroll wheel back and forth, you can zoom in and out. So now you have your defined parameters. Okay, often enough, if your mouse is set as a PS standard mouse, if you press the scroll wheel, can you see that the puck is turned into a hand? So you can move the whole thing. It's like grabbing, and you can move the whole thing from side to side. Alright, so now that I've got this 9 meters long line, I will click on it and I will delete it. So let me demonstrate two different ways of drawing, and I'll show you differences, because we will also explore several different commands during this session. So first I will go to a line. I will start from this point, a bit away from UCS, click upwards, type 9,000, enter. Then I move to the right and type 9,000, enter again. Now I move downwards, type 4,500, enter. Move left, 4,500, enter. Move downwards, 4,500, enter. And then I can go left again. Can you see the snap or object snap? Little square orange appears at the puck. It snap to the end of the line. I can click on there and right click, enter. I've just terminated the line. Now if I click on any one of the lines, can you see that the lines are individual lines? Why? Because they have end grips, yeah, and they've got a central grip. Now also you can disable this properties by clicking on the gray border and clicking on disable. Yes, you can afterwards recall it again. So now we will hit escape to get rid of the selection. Now I will do an alternative using, as you can see, polyline. Now polyline, I will start almost from the same position, and I am using R-track. My R-track is on, and there's the R-track, object tracking, yeah. Okay, so I'm going upwards, 9,000, enter, 9,000, enter, 4,500, enter, 4,500, enter, 4,500, enter. I can go to the end, click, right click, enter. Okay, I've got exactly the same result, haven't I? Not quite. If I click on this line, can you see the whole line is selected, and only on the change of directions do I have the grips. So this is one continuous line. Okay, I click escape or hit escape button, and now I will show you the next command that we're going to use. We are going to construct a cavity wall. A cavity wall is composed of 100 millimeters exterior brick, then 100 millimeters cavity and then 100 millimeters of internal block work, be it whatever block work you want to choose. Okay, so how we're going to do it? We're going to use the offset command. And there is the offset command. As you can see, it says offset. It looks like a little cloud, right? So click on there, and one of the first things that it says right there on the screen, it says specify offset distance or a point. Okay, I will specify 100 millimeters. Enter. Now, can you see that your target cross is changed into a little square? Now, if I go to my first drawn outline and I click on the line, can you see it's selected because it's gone dashed? I move towards the center and I click, and my line has been offset. I can offset the same line again and the same line again. So what I have done by zooming in, there is my external brickwork. Now this is the cavity and this is the block work. So I have to do this again to every single other line and move towards the inside, 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 towards the inside, and you have to do it on all of these lines, repeating it. Now, I would normally ask the students to do that for several reasons. Can you see what is happening here? First of all, on the external corners, or this external corner, this is external corner, is an aris. Okay? Can you see that the lines have overlapped each other and created little squares? On the corner, and there is the corner, this is a corner, the lines have been offset, but they do not touch each other. Now, let me demonstrate what happens with a polyline here. If I click on a polyline, the whole of the polyline is selected. I move the crosshairs to the center, click, and the whole of the polyline is offset. Select it again, click, and it's offset again. Select it again, click, and it's offset again. Can you see the advantage? So you don't have all of those areas that are overlapping or not touching. But let me show you the purpose of using this as a main exercise, because we will explore two other commands today, and these commands are, first of all, I want to terminate my offset command. So right click and enter, and you have finished with offset command. The next command I'm going to explore is the command called trim, and there it is. Okay, it's quite straightforward. So select trim, and again you are into a puck situation. Now you can go and click individual lines. Now this is, you are selecting X-slicer blades. Just think of an X-slicer. There's 4 blades and there's 4 blades. Okay, that's one way of doing it. I've clicked on the lines individually. Right click, enter. Right, I've terminated this command. I got rid of it. Now I could have done it in another way. There I am again selecting trim. Remember what I told you. If I select going from right to left diagonally, anything that the puck rectangle touches gets selected. Click. Can you see the whole lot is selected? How much faster it is. Now, what I want to do is to allow the brickwork to flow through, then the cavity to flow through, then the blockwork to flow through. So, by clicking on those areas that I don't want, working from outside in, And can you see it? The objects are found. So right click to confirm your selection. Now, if I click on those individual areas, you can see the lines will disappear. Now I can do it in another way. I've clicked here and I've gone from right to left, and can you see I've selected them? Now if you work from inside towards the outside, and for example you do this, yeah, and then you click on this line, nothing is happening. This is a piece of egg stuck behind the blades. So you have to work from outside going in, or selecting it like that. Okay, now okay, that little piece is left there, but we can get rid of it afterwards. So right click, enter, select that, delete, and you got rid of it. So we go back to this corner, we go to trim again, we select the whole thing, right click, confirm it, and now we will delete it like this. Okay, right click, enter, terminate the command. You could have selected the whole thing, but it can get messy and dangerous. So let's continue with the trim again. So select trim, capture the area, right click to confirm. Now left click and stretch across, stretch across. There, you've got continuing cavities. Right click, confirm. Back to trim command, and now I've captured both corners. Isn't it amazing how much faster it is? Right click, enter. Sorry, there you go. Now I can carry on and delete those one by one. Isn't it amazing? And what I'm doing is using the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. Now you zooming, okay, there it is. Remember where the puck is, this is where the center of your zoom is. So if I move the puck over this way and zoom, can you see it? I'm zooming into that corner. Yeah, if I put the puck over here, zoom, I'm zooming into that area. So select the position for center of the zoom carefully. Right click, enter. Okay, so now you've played around with the command called trim. Now we use the command called extend, and this is immediately underneath the trim. Select the command. Same as before, we're going to select the whole series of lines. We want that line to extend towards that line, yeah, because this is going to be brickwork continuing, and then that line towards that line because it's going to be cavity continuing, and then that line towards that line for the blockwork to continue. So what I'm doing is I'm capturing the whole corner, right click to confirm. Can you see what's happening down here? It's saying, what are you going to do? First of all, I'm going to extend to an edge. So type E and return, and then it says implied edge extension mode. Are you going to extend towards it or don't extend towards it? Yes, I want to extend towards it. So E again and enter. Now look what happens next. Click on the end of the line and click on the end of the line. Lo and behold, they've extended towards each other. Do this again on this line. Can you see it? It's extended towards that boundary, but I want it further. So click on it again, and there you are. So I click on this line. Can you see it? That was a selected boundary. So click again, and it's extended again. So this one, if I want it extended to this one, first it will be extended to this boundary, then to this boundary, then to this boundary. So it's 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. And again with this line, first boundary, second boundary, third boundary. 1, 2, 3, and it's extended towards each other. Right click, enter, terminated the command. Now, what I would like to do now is to extend this line of block work going that way and this line of block work going towards that way. So extend command again. Now I'm going to select two boundaries because this lot of block work is going to go there and this lot of block work is going to go there. So this is one boundary. Click, and this is another boundary. Click, right click to confirm. So I want to extend these two lines towards there. So click and click, and then I want to extend these two lines towards that boundary. So click and click. Lo and behold, now you have some dividing walls, but the block work connects together. So what's happening over here? You need to use your trim command again. So if I select the trim command, capture the whole of the corner, I can get rid of the central core. But remember, because I also chose the whole lot of the lines, if I go up here and zoom in, I can get rid of that, and I can get rid of that. Right click, enter. Isn't it amazing? Now you have an outline of a masonry in the house. And really, if you were looking at the foundations, and if those were the bearing walls, this is what you will get at a plan of the foundation. So this is below the DPC, especially if you've had suspended timber floor. Now, this is a slightly different situation, okay? Because you have all of those lines separate. What do? You would like to extend that towards there, but it won't work like that. So very easily you can select all of those lines, and you have a command down here. It's called explode. Click on that. Look what happens next. Can you see that your polyline is turned into a straightforward individual single line? So now you have, as opposed to polyline, single lines. So this is why, often enough, if I am designing, I would very quickly use the polyline and will construct the whole thing very rapidly, do all my offsets and everything else, and then explode it and then carry on working with it. Alright, it's much easier. Thank you very much. This is the end of the second tutorial.